Hi guys, I'm Cassie Yeung. You may know me as Cassie Yeung Money on TikTok and Instagram. I'm here on Yes Chef and we're making my shrimp fried rice. I have some beautiful shrimp here, already deveined, poop removed. No one wants that. And we're gonna do a very, very quick marinade. What I really like to do with my shrimp is use some baking soda. I know that sounds a little funny, but what it does is kind of plumps it up and makes it really nice. And it's kind of like the texture of a lobster, if you will. For flavor, we're gonna add a little bit of sesame oil. Very simple. White pepper, I love white pepper. It gives a really nice punch. And then also just a little bit of salt. So we're gonna give that a nice mix and well, go in my hands. Sorry, my nails are clean. I know that's a thing, but the nails are giving. Okay, I did just, change them today for you guys. And that's really all we're gonna do with the shrimp. We're gonna, what do they say? They say love her, leave her alone. We're gonna set this to the side. Cooking is something that I've just always loved. My mom, she's a sibling of 9. She's from Singapore. And one of her things as one of the eldest daughters was to cook for the family. When she and my dad moved over here to the States, my mom just kind of continued cooking every single night. I was a very curious child and I wanted to cook with her. Started posting, I think my first viral video was like a hangover ramen. Challenge accepted. Okay, there is frozen shrimp, frozen corn, shit ton of corn. Oh, very nice. That was very relatable to people. I just kind of blew up on TikTok, kept it going from there, started doing a little bit more requested recipes. I've just been having fun with it ever since. By the way, I'm chopping up some green onions right now. This is a nice knife. Have to, with the garlic, always. The more the merrier. I think the best part about cooking is just being able to enjoy it. And once you're like putting too much pressure on yourself, that's when food just doesn't taste good when you're not having fun. So I like to put on music, maybe have a glass of wine, have my friends over, and I think that's when food tastes the best. Veggies are prepped now and our shrimp has been marinating, so it's time to get a move on. Fried rice is amazing because you can put in literally anything. This is my go-to dump meal. Whatever you have left in the fridge, it's always really good. And it happens really fast. I wanna have everything ready. Mise en place, which basically means to get your shit ready. Our wok is heating up now, but I am gonna add a little bit of oil. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cook our shrimp first, okay? Shining, it's beautiful. It's a nice sturdy wok. It's nice. They know what they're doing over here. It's nice and heavy. You would not wanna get hit with this. I'm gonna let this heat up just a little bit more. You wanna kinda check for the oil to be shimmering. Traditionally, you want the wok to be like screaming hot, but at home, you work with what you got. I have an electric burner. Don't kill me. Apartments these days, they just wanna be like aesthetically pleasing, but a gas burner is really where it's at. This flame, I will say. We're gonna give her a little bit of time. It is so exciting when I hear people are making my recipes, especially because I get a lot of comments about like, my kids love you, they're learning how to cook, and I feel like for some households, like I was very fortunate, my mom, we're smoking now, so we're adding in the shrimp. You're gonna hear a nice sizzle. Ooh, We're gonna spread this out into a nice thin layer and shrimp's gonna cook very fast. I love hearing that I can be helpful for like easy weeknight dinners or something as big as Thanksgiving. Like I said, I was very fortunate that my mom was able to like teach me all of these tricks in the kitchen, but not everyone comes from like a cooking household. I never had takeout growing up, and making my own takeout is really exciting because I get to save you money. There's no catfish food. What's going into your food? That's just really exciting. And I love to hear that people are actually absorbing what I'm putting out there in a really positive way. And that's just really nice to hear. I'm also looking for the shrimp just to turn slightly pink and kind of turn into a C shape here. You don't want overcooked shrimp, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a flip. So now that I've flipped it, I'm gonna give it a nice aggressive saute. And then I'm going to transfer them to a clean dish. Set these to the side, and then we are gonna get going on everything else. Use 2 hands. Yeah. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil so nothing's sticking. And then we're gonna crack in 2 eggs. Let me not embarrass myself. You saw it. 1 hand. No shells, yeah. Your wok is nice and hot. This is going to flow very quickly. We're going to scramble it right in the wok. No extra dishes. Stunning. Give this a scrape. Does not need to be anything perfect. It's very hard to mess up fried rice. The trick is using day-old rice. Eggs are looking good. I'm gonna push them to the side. And then in this little empty pocket, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add my veggies in. My mom would always yell at me, put the handle inside. Because she knows I would probably make it a mess. I'm gonna use the green onion whites. Then we're gonna save the tops for some razzle-dazzle. So even if you mess up the order of things, it's really fine. I kind of do things a little bit different every time because I'm also a little forgetful. If I don't have things right in front of me, I will forget to put them in. But that's okay. Again, cooking is fun. Ooh, making a mess. And I'm gonna go ahead and add my garlic. Gorgeous. I love garlic. The more the merrier. Never measure your garlic. No measurements, just vibes, babe. That's just what we live by. We're gonna move on now. Like I was saying, you want day-old rice. That way it's nice and dry. And what I like to do is just kind of like break it up so that nothing is in a big clump. If your rice is too soft, that's when you get a really mushy fried rice. And we don't want that. Ever want to feel like a pro in the kitchen? You just gotta do one of those. You're set, you're like a pro. Going to give this a nice aggressive saute. Beautiful, get this going. And then we're gonna add in our sauces. I'm gonna add in my soy sauce. Can't live without it. And we're gonna add in some oyster sauce as well. If you ever also wanna sound like you know what you're doing in the kitchen, just say, yeah, it's so much umami. Like, does anyone know actually how to define umami? No, we don't know. It's just vibes. It's like, yeah, it's just so umami, babe. That's it. Now we're in a flow. It's not really hitting the way I want it to, but it's okay. That's all right. That's it. And then we're gonna add in our frozen vegetables. So this is also something that I like to keep on hand. Frozen vegetables, no chopping, no nothing. It's just, you get what you get. We're gonna add our shrimp back in. Let everything heat through together. So many beautiful colors and smells. Get a little wrist action in there. There's so many exciting things coming. I actually was just working on my cookbook. We had an 8-day photo shoot here in New York. It's coming out in fall 25, but I've put everything into this book, so I'm so excited for that to come out. The future, the opportunities are endless, and that's a beautiful thing also about social media, because really you can do anything. Anything you can set your heart to. And with social media, it's just like, the world is your oyster sauce. Last step, sesame oil, throw that in. A beautiful, beautiful finish. We want to keep the flavor of the sesame oil, so I'm also going to turn this heat off. Give this one final stir. I just, I like to give it a little extra toss just to feel good about it at the end. But then what we really do, I'm gonna transfer this to a nice plate. This is the part I'm not great at, so don't judge, okay? We're here together. We're gonna plate this up. I'm gonna try not to embarrass myself with the spill. Ooh. Just shimmy, shimmy. Give it a little shake. Yeah, beautiful. Leave a little shrimp on the top, you see that? Nice, beautiful. And that is our shrimp fried rice. First bite, besties. It's just good every time. A shrimp, it's nice and plump, not dry, not overcooked. Perfect level of flavor. Rice is seasoned to perfection. Still nice and fluffy, not mushy. I like to eat my food when it is scorching hot. Has to be burning my mouth for me to be satisfied. I don't know why. Could I wait? Sure. What's the fun in that though? But anyways, it's a very easy weeknight meal. Throw in your leftovers, whatever you have on hand, get fun with it, make it shake. Shrimp fried rice with me, Cassie.